Impromptu. Impromptu. I had to do it. I had to do it. Sorry, but I had to do it. I had to come out here and just say what was on my mind, because that's kind of what I do. I don't know how many people expect Jay to start live streaming at this time of the evening, but whew, I got some things to talk about that I got to get off my chest. What's going on, family? What's really popping? What's really popping? I got off the phone. Man, I don't know why I set myself up after saying, hey, reach out to me if you need help. Man, it was rough today. And you know, I don't know how psychiatrists or therapists do it, because they just take everybody's pain on. And yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was deep. It was deep. I heard a lot of different stories today. Shit, I almost didn't get my video out. You see, I'm still in the same gear. I put my video out so late because I didn't get a chance to do it. But I need to talk about something. I got off the phone with somebody just a little while ago. And, man, excuse me, because I got to get my thoughts together, because it's traumatic, because I've been through it. You've been through it. We're going to talk about something uncomfortable today. And I'm not reading your comments, because I got to try to formulate this so it makes sense. It's got to make sense. I am drained. Just listening to the stuff that I listened to today, I set myself up to it, but some people needed to vent. And I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Sometimes it makes me feel a little bit better knowing that I'm able to be an ear. But it makes people feel uncomfortable. You know, not just management. I'm talking about the culture. We spoke about the culture, but this, cover your ears, because Jay going in. This ain't animated. This is fear. You could tell what I'm feeling it. This fucking culture, this mindset, just because I went through it doesn't mean you should have to go through it too. We say we're family, right? But family don't hand down trauma from one person to the next person like uniforms in the fucking bathroom. You see me? Okay. Story time. There was, gotta watch what I say. I try to make sure I don't get nobody's name out there. I don't want nobody get in trouble. There was a young CCA. Dude snapped. Probably about 4 months in it. He showed up early. He stayed late. Took extra, what do y'all call them, pivots or pieces or whatever. He was hungry. But the old heads, instead of mentoring him, they mocked him. This happened to me too as a truck driver. Don't work too hard. You're making us look bad. What the fuck? Then when he started struggling, they said, welcome to the real post office. No help, just judgment. He burned out. He snapped on a supervisor. Got walked out the back door because they called the police. Not because he couldn't handle a job, but because nobody ever taught him how to survive without him killing himself slowly. Let me tell you something. I went through it and survived. I did. But that's not a flex. It's a fucking red flag. And if it's your first instinct to throw the next carrier, the truck driver, the mail handler, the clerk underneath the bus, you ain't part of the solution. You part of the fucking system. Just like the people we trying to change. Ooh, sorry, Jay. Calm down, Jay. Jay losing it right now. Let's talk about the vet. The vet that tried to want now. My dog. I'm going to call him Lou. That might be his real name. He did 25 years on the street. Motherfucking knees are shot. His back was done. He didn't haze the new people. He mentored them. He taught them how to handle things the right way, where to park, when to call the union, which steward would work for him. One time he told the supervisor, the new kids ain't lazy. They just ain't broken like we were. But they tried to silence my dog. They said he was too soft. But every CCA that made it through it, Every truck driver, listen, they thanked Lou. Not the ones that treated them like dirt. My dog retired with his dignity, not just his TSP. Great man, still texts me to this day. Let's talk plain. This postal job will eat your soul if you let it. We were taught to survive, not to thrive. So what happens? You pass down the trauma from what you've been through to the next person. You ain't real if you ain't carried in 110 degrees with no satchel. You ain't real if you ain't did 15 hours. You ain't put your work in until you sat in the back of an LOV and started crying. You ain't real if they trying to kick you out of here. If you ain't never got an you ain't real. What the fuck is that a badge of honor in this post office? That's not tradition. That's fucking trauma. And it has to end with us. If you watching me, you either listen to me to talk shit or you listen to me because you believe some of it. It has to end with us. It has to. There was a young mom that worked at the plant. She had 2 kids at home. No support system. She tried her fucking best to show up every day. Now, I don't have a lot of women that watch me. But if you do, you might relate. But they kept forcing her to stay extra. And you know how it is. Maybe you don't. But kids, daycare don't call, that's some shit. They charge you by the minute now. But the people at the post office, you know what they said? The workers, they said, we all went through it. Toughen up. What the fuck? One day she just threw her fucking badge and walked out without a word. Nothing. She ain't say shit. Just think about it. There's another person that was a hard worker, just chewed up and spit out by this fucking system. And you know what the people said when she walked out? You know what the fucking people said when she walked out? You know what the people in the comments say when people talk this shit? They say, they're not built for this. What? Nah, this place wasn't built for her. This place ain't built for a lot of people. You know why? Because the people that are here before us that just accepted it, that's not cool. And we're not just, oh shit, Jay talking. Why Jay talking like he talking to himself? Because it's bothering me, man. Because when I hear the stories, I'm like, damn, I dealt with that. Listen, to my fellow postal workers, we are not the enemy. If somebody's struggling, you're supposed to lift them up. That's real strength. Not flexing about how much pain you endured. You don't sit here and see me say, man, I've been through it. You wanted to be through it too. Listen, when you first started watching me, half of you didn't. Back in my earlier days, I used to warn people, this shit ain't for everybody. But if you think that being bitter makes you a better postal worker, it makes you part of the fucking problem. You mad at management, but you just act like them to the new people that walk through the fucking door. That's the reality of it. If they can't come to you and you know management ain't gonna sit there and help them, listen, just because you suffered does not mean that they should too. I want to stand up right now, but I'm in my drawers. Pardon me. You didn't go through hell just to pass it down to the next person. You went through hell so that they would not have to. Change starts here. Change starts now. That change in the culture shit that I talk about, that has to be with every one of you. That has to be with you. Back in the days, some people have been here for a while. They used to go hang out after work to go to the beer, they drink beer together, and they hang out, barbecue together. How many of y'all do that today? None. With a T at the end of it. Y'all have to think about how we talk to each other. And again, this ain't about being soft. It's about being human. It's about being human. What's wrong with being human? Does being human nowadays make us soft? Since when was that a thing? Let's talk about what even hurts more when management than management sometimes. It's when your coworkers tell you, yeah, it sucks, but you'll get used to it. I went through worse. You'll survive. It's just the hazing phase. I made a video probably about 4 years ago. The hazing period. Everybody cries in their first year. My daughter cried for 3 months straight. And as a father so far away, I was losing my shit. That's not support. That's a psychological abandonment. That's not union strength. That's postal trauma bonding. Yo, what the fuck, man? When they tell them, oh, you got to punch out at 6 o'clock but still work? Suck your mama, boy. And sometimes it's not even the supervisors saying it. It's the union stewards, the union reps, your own damn brothers and sisters, the people that we pay union dues to, the people who are supposed to protect us, telling the new people, don't worry. They yell at everyone. Just keep your head down. They did it to me too. What? I don't give a farfanugan what they did to you, cousin. They can't do that to me. That's not guidance. That's a generation of pain passed on. Let me give you some wisdom. What? That's not wisdom. That's you passing your pain to me. I don't want your fucking pain. That's the problem that we got today. If I showed you my phone, I have never got this many phone calls in one day. I'm losing my shit. I'm glad my son not here with me today because I'd have spazzed out. But people needed to vent. And when you vent to me, I'm going to put it out on the forefront because other people need to know they are not alone. Michael Jackson said that. You are not alone. I said that. You saw me say that. Listen, there was a station. I was at a couple stations today. There was a young female carrier got screamed at daily. Who the you to be screaming at people to another adult, pushed to the limit? She goes to a union steward. And I always tell people, call your union steward. He says, oh, you just too sensitive. You got to toughen up. What? And then to come to find out he's dating the supervisor's like sister or cousin or something like that. He wasn't there to represent her. He was there to maintain the status quo. But do you think that's rare? That's been going on coast to coast. Stewards gaslighting, not fighting. They talk a big talk, but they fold like an envelope when it's time to file the grievance. Well, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. Dogs. Who gets written up and spoken to talking about you are the problem when a dog is chasing you? I'm not a carrier, but enough of you carriers say, hey, if there's a dog out there and the dog is chasing me on this block, do I deliver to that? You don't go on the block, right? I'm not putting in my life at risk. You write up to 1767, you pass it on to the right people. And if the right people ain't handling it, you go above, you go to your union ain't handle it. You go to the hell they call him thing. What the hell is a Mike Cariff? He's a business agent. And if that shit don't work, you call the fucking police. And then you can't get in trouble. They're about, oh, you ain't supposed to call the police. I don't know who the fuck this management and these postal union people talking about you can't call the police if you fear for your life. Who the my guy, you can't tell me that if I fear for my life and I went through the proper channels that I cannot call the people that are put forth in place to protect me, and I'm gonna get in trouble. Meet me in the parking lot, bitch. Sorry, scratch that from the record, please. Scratch that from the record. No violence, please. Now, there was a story about, we call them vets because they've been there for a while. But he did anything for everybody. But his mouth, that motherfucker. You think I'm sharp with mine? This dude was sharp. He said, "Oh, you don't cry unless you've done this amount of hours. We used to do this and a split." What? I'm not sure exactly what he meant. Oh, doing this in July heat. But he thought he was helping. But all he was doing, right? He was setting up the pain or trying to set the bar higher for the next person. Say, hey, unless you've done this, you can't cry. You got to get up to here before you can cry. That is setting unrealistic expectations, which is what this whole post office tends to do. And then wonder why people break. This is almost a piggyback off of that pain, mental health thing that we were talking about. I was real soft about it. But then hearing the stories that people been calling me about, man, a truck driver broke down in the middle of the route. Called management for help. And management said, you ain't ready for this job within this first couple. What the fuck you mean I ain't ready for the job? I didn't break the truck. Truck broke down. What? Dude, truck drivers ain't got no qualm about it. All right. Motherfucker never came back. Listen, the person that made that comment to the truck driver, I'm sure they didn't mean to break the truck driver's spirit, but intentions did not fix the damage. Now, Sean, TTO carriers got it way different than us. Yeah, they do. I don't know how long you've been carrying, Sean, but back when the old trucks, man, we had some raggedy shit, bro. Them LPVS trailers and the old Max, them bitches, you pray you can get from point A to B. Listen, I got to get this off my chest. We were never meant as people to pass down pain from one to another. We were meant to pass down knowledge one to another, right? You are not weak for asking for help. They are weak for refusing to give you help. You are not soft. You are human for having human emotions, all right? It's not noble to survive trauma like they have and then demand that other people go through the same trauma that you've been through. You know what is noble is when I say, listen, I've been through this shit so that you don't have to. That's called paving the way. There's that term called paving the way. I paved the way so you didn't have to. We here have to break this fucking cycle. Change this culture. We need to make the post office. This is what I'm talking to my man D. He's telling me, you got to make the post office somewhere that you can work and live. The money ain't cutting it. The politics ain't cutting it. The management ain't cutting. My coworkers ain't cutting it. Shit, sometimes I'm not cutting it. But we got to figure this out. And we can sit here and talk about changing the culture all we want, but we got to come together. I am not at liberty to say some of the things that I heard today out of respect for the people that called me. I didn't realize that I was going to take that weight on my back, but I started making notations about these people have no idea who the hell each other is. And I'm hearing the same thing from grievances not being filed properly or people filing grievances properly and then unions saying, oh, don't worry about it. We dealt with this before, or look the other way, or what? Come on, man. We not just postal workers. Let's keep it real. We are parents. I got grandchildren. We are sons. My parents still alive. I got a daughter. There's daughters. There's veterans. There's fighters. We got former police officers that work for us all over the damn, man, we carry more than mail. We carry trauma. We carry pride. We carry grief when somebody passes away. We carry love. We carry hope. I'm hoping that this change the culture mentality will is not just a catchphrase, man. The lady I was just talking to said, I feel the pulse of the people, because I am the people. I am. We can't carry each other's silence. We need to start talking to each other. It's very difficult, but y'all got to open up. You don't want to tell people too much of your personal business. And if somebody does come up to you and tell you your personal business, don't weaponize it against them. Y'all need to figure out how we can all heal while still trying to put up with this place, because this place is going to break people. You need to change the damn culture. You need to change the culture. I don't know how else to say this. I know this is way past my bed. It's 10:18 where I'm at. It's 4 hours past my bedtime. I'm just kidding. But listen, y'all hear me at a loss for words. It just be, I'm laughing because the more I am in touch with you guys, the more I hear the same stories. And it's not okay, man. It's not okay. It's not okay. There's only a handful of people that have made it through. And for the handful of people that have made it through, you got to try to teach the new people how to make it through, not just laugh at them. Like I said, when I first got back and I saw the people on the other side of the dock laughing and me struggling, man, I want to fight. I want to fight. And it's not because I'm soft, but it's called frustration. Everybody's human. Everybody's human. Oh, you just soft. Man, I grew up in the Bronx, bro. I ain't soft. This place will break you in ways you didn't know you could be broken. It has nothing to do with your upbringing. It's so realistic. There's people that have been through the military. There was a guy that used to be on here who was a Marine. And that dude I thought was the craziest dude out here, just a straight soldier. And he had to let this place go because this place breaks you down psychologically. It's not normal. It ain't. Y'all need to stop sitting there talking about, oh, management, fuck management, they ain't shit. If you believe that management ain't shit, put your KSAs together. If you feel like you are shit, put your KSAs together. Step up. Step up in the management. Just don't forget the shit you've been through. And don't put the next person through it. Please. Man, I apologize, but I had to get that off my chest. My boobs, my tatas. Now I can take a look and see if people actually are on this thing at the moment. I might be talking to myself. All right. Hey, all right. Okay, all right. Old ladies, we mean to my daughter when she started MHA, and she said, I thought they'd mentor me like you do Carrie's mom. I said, buy donuts and they'll shut up. And I bought donuts and introduced myself. Oh, okay. You ain't got to buy them. Got the brown noses who tell management, no clicks would be my suggestion. Jay, you are 100% right. Shit need to change. Yeah, that's it. I believe that myself and Chooch are going to be on here live tomorrow, so I'm not going to stay on it too long. He is a union shop steward, and I'm going to just let him vent, say what he got to say. I don't remember what the hell our topic is right now because I got so frustrated a few minutes ago. But, yeah, I appreciate those of you that actually do step up. And if you got coworkers that you see that are not stepping up, just whisper in their ear, man. It takes less muscle in your face to smile than it does to frown. You see me? It's JH. And I don't even know how to end this stream. I did this a different way this time. I really need help with this. I am doing a live stream, like I said, at the end of the month. For the few that are watching me, if you see a live stream during the daytime, a random live stream coming from me during the daytime, tune in. I ain't telling none of y'all to subscribe, but tune in because you will get to see a different side of me. I'll just leave it at that. You'll get to know who JH really is. You might even get to learn my real name. But it's going to be a very special moment for me. All right. I asked for help with the KSA from folks that are in positions that I No, require them. Their response, everything but I will and can't help you from them. See, that's some bullshit right there. Anyway, holla at y'all later. Love y'all. Be safe. Till next time we argue. I'm out. Yes.